Well, hello everyone, Peter Dennis here. Today my guest is Teo Miljenovic. Teo, I want to say welcome to you. We're going to have a little chat, and as you're a channeler, of course, we will have a few moments with the being who you channel. But welcome.
Thank you. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you.
Good, good. Well, Teo, I think a lot of people would be interested to know just what sort of background a channeler has. And as they listen to more and more of these interviews that I do with different channelers, they discover that channelers really can come from all walks of life. So would you be good enough to just tell us a little about your background, kind of where you grew up, went to school, kind of work you do, things like that?
Yeah, definitely. So once again, thank you for this opportunity. Well, it's an interesting story, but I suppose everybody has interesting story who comes this path or different paths of energy, whatever we can call it. I grew up in Croatia. It's a small country, how to describe it, near the Italy. We are small, but as you can see it in my background, this is, from my point of view, one of the beautiful places I have seen.
I can
So
see
I
that.
really, yeah, so I really enjoyed growing up here. But to summarize it, from the early age, I couldn't find the right direction, what I should do in life. But first in the school, then we have elementary school from 1 to 8th grade. Then there is gymnasium for 4 years, then comes faculty. And through all of this period, I was kind of, I didn't have strong affinity for each direction. So everything was fine. I had very good grades. All the subjects in the school were going like nothing that would pull me in one side or the other side. So when I finished the elementary school, the question was how to continue. And since I didn't know which direction, and I also went on different testings for the experts to see for which direction I have more affinity. Is it technical? Is it more philosophical, or so on? But also their results were you can do everything. So that didn't really help at that moment, but it gave me a direction to enroll in gymnasium, and I enrolled in gymnasium language direction for 4 years, and it passed. It was also a very good period for me. I started learning more about myself, but as years passed, nothing came up like what is the next step, in my life, but also for education, because it is a common understanding or belief in Croatia, of course, but I would say also in the world, most of the world, that after you finish high school, then you go to the faculty. You don't go working, you go to the faculty to continue your education. So I was again on the crossroads, and nothing really changed. I still didn't know which path to go. But since I always has had some affinity for technology, for gadgets, for something like these computers, laptops, and so on, so technology to be like wider category, I decided to apply for Faculty of Electrical Engineering, and I got in, and I started this. But at the same time, I enrolled in a totally different faculty. It is a faculty of, it's a format of economics, because I still wasn't sure if this technical direction is right for me. So I wanted to have like a escape route to have something that is totally opposite. But soon enough, I kind of come to a notion or understanding that economics is not something that interests me more than the technology. So I quit this economics faculty and I pursued till the end the electrical engineering, graduating as a master of electrical engineer, and then it kind of the true life or real life started to begin, because after faculty you have to start working. And it is interesting that the three jobs that I did in my so far career were totally different, from totally different niches. They don't have any link to each other. They're really so much different. So each time I would start a new opportunity would come to me, and I felt that this is like a next step I should make. It wasn't very clear why I have to make this step, but I felt that this is something I should take. So that's the reason I changed 3 different jobs. That each of the one, when I started it, I had to start from the scratch. So I had some knowledge experience from before that I could pull regarding the thinking about it, mindset of work and everything, but the concrete job I was doing, it was something that I had to start all from zero. And my last job, that was I would say around 8 years ago. I started kind of synchronistically, things started happening in my life. I started exploring more of the spiritual part of me, and reading books that were not technical. And it was at that moment it was a big step, because in a technical world, everything needs to be aligned, everything needs to be straight, everything needs to be in order. And this notion, reading these, let's say, spiritual books and YouTubes and everything, started to give me a different perspective how world functions and how humans or I function. So these were the first steps. It was a kind of slow progress, but during all this time, from the early age to about 2 years ago, I didn't find, or I couldn't feel in my heart what is the thing that I should do? What is my purpose? What is something that excites me? What is something that I would do daily without even getting paid? What is something that when you do it, you feel, there is no word to describe it, but you feel so good. You feel so, you found your purpose and you want to just do it. And around 2 years ago, it started to transform even more. So 2 years ago, I came to a conclusion that I have to change again something in my life, because the job I was doing, at one point when I started doing it, it was like ideal job in my definition. It was something that I kind of wanted to achieve in the future, to get to some position in corporate world, to be head of some department, to work with multiple people, manage multiple teams. And when I accomplished that, when I got to that position, I felt that this is not my purpose. This is not something that I would really like to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I decided to make a change, and it was it wasn't sudden, but it was very brief. I decided to quit my job, and I didn't have exactly in my mind what is the next thing I would like to do. I didn't have a clear vision what is my purpose at that point, but I felt that I need to find it, because I have been searching it from the early age, since the first grade, what I should do, what is something that that I really enjoyed. And it was quite a journey, because I was good at different things, but none of those things were like pinpointed, like something that really triggers me and said, okay, this is it. This is what I was searching for. And when I made this action to quit my job, synchronistically, of course, when you make action, reality changes and the changes come to you when you are ready for it. Synchronicities came that led me to a path that I'm currently on. So I have received some emails regarding some information about this shamanic school, and it was all I heard about it, but it was all very I didn't know anything, to be honest, really deeply about it. I had some knowledge, but not very deep, and never in my life I could ever imagine that I would be drawn to this, or that I would start walking this path. But it started appearing again and again and again. Then I was at one ceremony, one beautiful ceremony, and things starting to come together like a puzzle. And I decided to enroll this school, and this was the energy medicine school from Alberto Villoldo. And I said, okay, let's take a leap. Let's take a step out of the comfort zone and see what this brings, because it's coming. It's coming to me in different occasions, and I perceived it as something that is coming for a reason, and that I should make this step. And it resonated with me. So I enrolled in this school, and it lasted for 6 months. A lot of practice, a lot of practice with people, with schoolmates outside. So as I started walking and learning, or should I say better, remembering the skills and everything, it started to unfold more and more. And this is the first time I have felt in my life that I have found, I wouldn't say maybe my only purpose, but this is the first time I felt this is it. This is something that excites me. This is something that I have been waiting for 30 years, searching for it, something that really resonates with me. And when I started working with people, when you get the feedback, you start believing more and more, because in the start you don't believe it, as it is with channel. You don't believe. You think that this is not possible. That this is just construction of your mind, of your ego, something that is couldn't be.
Yes,
true.
every channeler goes through that. Yeah. Well, Teo, you anticipated a few of my questions, I think, and covered a lot of ground. And at this time, I know you've channeled a few entities, but Aneke, female Pleiadian, is the one you started with, and the one who just recently gave us 3 beautiful messages, one about the heart, one about the present moment, and one about love being the key to transformation. Would you be able to bring her in now, and I could have a chat with her for our audience?
Yes, of course. Just to mention that channeling is something that this path is just unfolding, and when you start walking, you just have to listen to the synchronicities, to the messages that you receive, your heart, whatever you call it, your inner voice. And this is something that just came to like a last thing that started happening for me. I was always attracted to it, but I never imagined that I could do this. But as things unfolded, Aneke started channeling, working with you, of course. And yes, I would be glad to bring her again, and so you can have a chat with her again. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you go ahead and bring her in, and we'll have a chat. I can always tell when she's here. A big smile lights up Teo's face.
Oh, yes. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Aneke.
I'm here at your service.
Well, thank you very much for that. And again, thank you for those beautiful messages you gave me earlier. They are fantastic. And I certainly encourage people to take a good look at them. They're very profound and very key to just living a good life. Aneke, I think our audience would be very interested in knowing a little more about you. I know you're a female Pleiadian, but I don't know very much else about your life. What you do, I guess, through the course of your life. Can you fill in a few blanks for us? Tell us maybe a little about your education, training, where you reside. Are you physical? Just give us a little of what you think we might be interested in hearing.
Yeah, I would be very glad to share some information about my life. So I would like to stay at first that my connection with Teo is kind of different than most of the channelers would say. So me and Teo, we share the same soul. So we come from the same soul. We are part of the same soul. As you mentioned, yes, I am Pleiadian, and yes, you can say I am a female. And most important thing for you to know at this moment is that I'm here primarily to strengthen the transformation of not just Teo, but also all the other beautiful souls that will come his way. But know that transformation always comes from the observer. So when you transform yourself, you transform everything and your reality changes. As you mentioned, yes, I am Pleiadian, and I have mentioned in one of the sessions that I currently reside on a spaceship that is located above the Earth. And I am here as a part of the Pleiadian collective that is guarding, or should I say, keeping the balance and seeing that the peace and the transformation of humanity, but what is most important, Gaia continues to the next level. So I'm just one of Pleiadians that is helping at this moment in the transformation of Gaia and humanity to raising your consciousness to a new level. And this new level will be a vibration of love. That is one of the reasons why my message was related to heart and to love, because love is very important, as you have heard me say. So I'm here to just assist and to help, primarily through Teo, since we are part of the same soul, and I am deeply connected with him. But the messages I transfer are not just from my experience, from my life and experiences I had, but also from the collective. And they are transferred to Teo in a way you could benefit most out of it. So there is always a reason why something is happening, and why or in what way is something coming as a message. And whoever needs to hear the messages, he will hear at the right time of his path. So the messages that are coming are not just from experience of me as a Pleiadian, but also from the collective source. So, yes, do you have some other questions?
Well, you triggered a question by saying you're in a spaceship helping to create a balance around this. This tells me that you may be physical. Is that the case?
Yes, that is true. I am currently, you would say, in a physical form, and we have some resemblance, but also there are some differences regarding physical. We, as you once mentioned, we are athletic nation, athletic galactic nation that values the body that we currently use as a vessel for our soul that enables us to experience life in different ways. So this is something that is similar to you, but also something that is very different from you. Since our definitions and our starting point is much different, we treasure and cherish the body that we use, since we know that it is a vessel that enables us to continue our path of transformation, our ascendance, and the journey of soul's path of transformation. So this is something that is different between us. And one important thing that is also very, should I say, still different from humans is the state of consciousness we live or we are in, the vibration that we majorly reside. So it is the vibration of love that is the essence of all, but we are conscious about it, and we know, and we treasure it, and we live it through our actions. We have, should I say, broke free from the ego and acknowledge things that are happening to us in the most beautiful way, knowing that we are in a complete control and that we are here to experience whatever we need to experience. So we look at life with the sight of beauty. We don't see reality and surroundings around us as something that is against us, that is making us feel not so good. We look at it as the most beautiful things that are happening for us, for our growth, and for our transformation, the journey of the soul to continue its path of ascension. And this is something that humanity has started to acknowledge, something that is starting to make steps towards the fifth dimension, density, consciousness raising. So it is something that you just started, but you started it some time ago. There is still some steps and some time, if we talk about linear knowing of time, that you must pass, that has to happen before you will be ready for embracing the new era, the era of the highest potential, creating the world and reality and all the experiences in your life, knowing that you are very powerful, that you are born with the power that can change and transform everything. But this is something that is your path, and you chose it. And we are delighted that we can be here and that we can witness this moment. It is a very important moment in the history. If you look at the past and the future as a time linear, that is happening right now. It is very important, and you chose to be here. So don't blame others for the contrast things in your life, bad things. You chose to be here, and it is like a most prestigious faculty that you can attend. And you have a front seat, not a front seat, but you are a driver, and you can drive and you can steer in whichever way you decide. So we look at it as a blessing for the humanity, a blessing of all souls that are here now incarnated on earth, on Gaia, to be in this moment, to be a part of this great change that has never happened before. And if you look at it this way, it will encourage you. It will encourage you to continue your path. It will encourage you to step boldly outside of the comfort zone and to acknowledge fear and still make action in the way that your heart is guiding. Yes.
You've, I guess, gotten into some of the questions I had planned to ask you, and had we more time, I would have backed up a little bit and asked you more about yourself, how long Pleiadians typically live, and do you have a mate, and things like that that I think a lot of humans would be interested in. But in the interest of time, you have embarked upon some of the conditions of what you see on the planet, how you see humans progressing. And I'm wondering if you could tell me specifically how you see working with Teo. What sort of activities might you engage in? And I know you can't predict the future, but what looks most probable to you for the way in which you and Teo would work together going forward?
Yes, of course. At this moment, Teo is at a very important, I would say crossroad, but it's not really a crossroad. It is, in a way, an obstacle that is here now that will bring him something that he has been searching for a long time. And I can assist him in this. And this is just one of the reasons I am here today, but not just today. In each session, he is connecting with me. The best way to continue his path, to overcome this obstacle that came his way, but it came, of course, for a reason, is to tap into higher frequencies and higher energy, higher vibration. And whatever he does that will bring this higher vibration, it can help him, and it will help him. But regarding our connection, since our connection is very strong, we are deeply connected, I can help him very, very much on his path with each session. Whenever we connect, whenever he channels, he opens the channel for me to come and to transfer messages, the change is happening. Because when you embody the energy, you change. Whenever he channels, not just me, but also, as you already know, there are some other beings that presented themselves that will come, but still, it's not the right time. It will come after he leaps over this obstacle that is currently on his path. And each time he channels, the energy that flows through him transforms him. And as much as he can do it, he can accelerate the transformation that is on his way, that he chooses or not. But since he is walking this path, and since we are talking, there is high probability and pretty certain that a change will come, and the obstacle he will leap over. It is just a matter of a time. It will come sooner or later. At this point, this is what I can tell you. It is all up to him. But know that each time, not just when he is channeling or doing some kind of energetic work, because energy is the essence of everything. Whenever you let energy flow through you, you inform your body and you change. And it can change not just physical body, but also energetic body. So this is what I can tell you at this moment.
Yes, well, thank you. As you know, we humans live in a realm where there is time, and this time I think is running out for this interview. I was wondering if you'd like to have the last word. Would there be a message that you think is maybe the most important thing for humanity to understand at this time?
Yes, we could talk about it a lot of minutes, hours, but in to summarize, just find peace, listen to your heart, connect with your heart. It is something that is part of you on a physical and energetic level. It is here for you to guide you on your path, and know that each time you encounter difficulties in your life, obstacles in your life, know that they came here for you. They came for you. So you can evolve, so you can transform, so you can experience. And look at it from the eyes of the beauty. Look at it that is something that is happening for you, and that you have enrolled for this, that you are blessed ones, that have the opportunity to feel it, to experience it. And just follow your heart. Heart always knows the way. As much as you don't maybe believe it, but as soon as you start, step by step, making steps, making actions, listening to your heart, then you will see the transformation that will start occurring in your life, in your reality. And that is the only thing you need to do. Make a decision to connect with your heart. Listen to its voice, to its guidance, and be bold enough to take a step. Because whenever you make a step or action from your heart, it will always be for your highest good. It may not be something that your analytical mind will understand or perceive or would understand at that moment, because it has its limitations. Heart has no limitations. It is limitless. It brings you always what you need at that moment, and it's always for your highest good. So listen to your inner voice, your heart, follow it, and do it often. As much as you do it, you strengthen your connection. It is just like exercising. When you exercise your legs each day, they become stronger. It is same with the heart, with your connection to it. When you do it daily, when you put your focus on it, then it evolves and becomes stronger. Your connection deepens and strengthens. And you will see in time, you will see that very soon you will start believing it, and your connection will deepen more and more. That's what I can share with you. And thank you for this opportunity once again. Thank you for all beautiful souls that will listen to this message, our conversation. And I just want to share light, love, and peace to all beautiful souls and to you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Aneke. It was a pleasure being with you again, and I look forward to it again in the future. Teo, you just come on back when you're ready. Take your time. How do you feel after that? Maybe it's not quite
Peace.
after that yet.
Peace. Deep peace. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, very nice. Teo, I know as things develop for you, you've just developed a website. You're stepping out into the public now. You're available for individuals who would like sessions with you and Aneke. And you're probably up for speaking to groups. Would that be the case?
I have never tried it, but if it comes, then I will just have to follow it and take this next step out of the comfort zone. So
Yeah, that
yes,
seems to be the way it goes. Opportunities come, you get out of the comfort zone, and all of a sudden you've expanded your capabilities, your limitations.
yes, it's much easier when I start. Each time I connect with Aneke, I start believing more. So it's easier to
Yeah.
think about these groups and everything. So yes,
Mhm.
we'll see what comes.
Yeah, I will put a screen at the end of this interview that has your contact information, but would you just say for us how people can best get in touch with you?
Okay, so the best way is through my website. There will be a link in the description or whichever modality is the best. There is the summary of what I feel, what I do. I primarily am focused on energy medicine, but I started to exploring this channeling, and this is just one next step, definitely. There is a contact form on my website, and there is an email, so WhatsApp number, so different things, whatever resonates best with you. I will be very delighted to be in contact with the future souls that will come this way.
Good, good. Well, thank you very much for doing this. This was just filled with great advice and some real information that just satisfies, I think, a lot of a lot of curiosity as well as just great guidance for living a fuller life. So thank you very much, Teo. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Bye for now.